Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. I recently got a request to create this effect. This is a very easy effect, so let's jump right into Premiere and I'll show you how to do this. Okay, so what I've done here is I added some music. I set some markers where I need to put the frozen frame in, and then I added a clip where we will find the frame that we can freeze. Roughly here, this is where I want the frame to be frozen. Let's check a little bit more. Yeah, I guess here. So select the clip, select the razor tool, make a cut, get the selection tool back. Let's zoom in a little bit. And with the clip selected, let's hit the left arrow key and move one frame to the back. Now right click on the clip, select add frame hold, and this cut the clip here and created a frozen frame. Let's move the rest of the clip out of the way, select the frozen frame and drag it out as long as you need it to be. The reason I drag it up to here is because I know that there will be a new drop here from the song that I added. So that's how long my frozen frame will be. Now let's unmute the music and let's check this out. Okay, looks very nice, except we saw that something wasn't right here at the end. This is because the rest of the clip still shows the guy pointing. We'll need to find, here's the sequence change, and just cut this part away, drag it together again, and this will finish off our clip. So now, how do you achieve this faded to black and white effect? There are a couple of ways to do this. I'll show you just one of them, which I think is the best way because you can turn it into a preset. So in order to do this, we'll need to create a new adjustment layer. And we'll drag the adjustment layer on top of the frozen frame. The reason I have this second marker here is because I already know that this particular scene will look better if the effect starts a little bit sooner than where I freeze the frame. So that's why I'll drag the layer a little bit sort of over the clip where it's still motion. You'll see why at the end. So now select the adjustment layer. And what I need you to do is go into the effects panel. If you can't find the effects panel, simply click on window and select the effects panel here. It will pop up either here or on the side here. And in the effects, we'll search for mono. This will open up the presets. They're sort of Lumetri presets that are already in Premiere Pro. There's a couple of them that you can choose from, but basically it's the same effect, just different sort of variations. This is the basic fade, then there's the sort of high contrast. This is the high contrast one, the punch, and then there's like strong fade, which looks sort of washed out. We can see how these look here. As you can see, this is sort of really washed out. Then we can add the punch effect. This is high contrast. I find that this particular clip works best with the regular faded one. This is how it looks. So we'll use that one. Now let's go into the effects controls panel, select the adjustment layer, go into the Lumetri color monochrome faded effect and select the creative tab. And this is where the effect gets controlled. This is the intensity. So you can check this out. If you lower it to 0, it will go back to full color. If you increase it, it will fade out. I believe this one was at 120 or so. So we'll leave it there. So what I want you to do now is select this stopwatch. This will add a keyframe here. with the 120 value, which is full black and white effect. Now let's move a little bit to the left and let's lower this to 0. Now take this first keyframe and drag it to the start of the adjustment layer. You can select between keyframes with these arrow keys. They'll just jump from keyframe to keyframe. Now jump to the first keyframe, hold down Shift and click the right arrow key. This will jump 5 frames to the right. Select the second keyframe and drag it to the marker here. This made the fade effect 5 frames long. We can preview this by going a little bit, like zooming a little bit out, and there you go. A quick fade to black and white in 5 frames. Now essentially the effect is already done here. Obviously you can do some other effects on top of it, make the clip sort of scale, smaller, larger, probably larger. You can do that, however, onto the actual clip though. You can't do it on the effects, on the adjustment layer, because that's an empty layer. Now, to turn this into a preset, simply select the Lumetri color effect here, right click, save preset. Let's name this fade to black and white number 1 because I already have this saved, and click OK. And now if you go into the presets tab here, uncheck the search we wrote in there, open the presets tab, and there you will see the fade to black and white 1 effect. So next time when you want to repeat this effect, simply add a new adjustment layer on top of the frozen frame, exactly like here. Go to the effects, go to presets, and simply drag the effect on top. You can demonstrate this here. It will turn everything black and white. Okay, let's delete that. So now you have the preset. As you saw in my intro, I had also a title on top here. So in order to create that, go to Window, open Essential Graphics. This will open up a new window here. Go to the Browse tab, go to Titles, double click it, and I think I used the Angled Presets title for this. So just drag it onto the track above the adjustment layer. Let's make it as long as the adjustment. Actually, let's make it a little bit shorter. Now, while the text layer is selected, go to the Edit tab, select the Presents text, and I need to change the font. I don't know how it's showing that as the default font. Let's make it sort of like something like that. Let's center it. There you go. Select the type tool, click on the text, select everything, and let's write your title. There you go. Select this selection tool, center this again if it needs to be centered, and we can preview this, but first we need to render it. Okay, so let's preview our whole thing with sound. And there you go. I hope this was helpful. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification icon to get notified when I'll be uploading new tutorials. And thanks for watching. See you next time.